Okay, so we're doing quiz 1. We'll go through the questions. So firstly, question 1. An Airbus A320 with 176 seats flies Sydney-Melbourne, which is 705 kilometres, and you want to answer the next 3 questions with that. So the first one is, how many ASKs does the flight generate? Okay, so we know ASKs equals seats times distance. Okay, so we know our seats is 176. And we know our distance, 705 kilometres. So ASKs is just seats times the distance. And we've got 1204. So the answer is D for question 1. Question 2, with 154 passengers, so we got 154 passengers and 5 crew on board, how many RPKs? Okay, so we know, and again, this is, hopefully you know this one, so your RPKs equals your passengers times your distance, and passengers are revenue passengers, so it doesn't matter that there's 5 crew on board because they're not paying passengers. So we only look at the revenue paying passengers, which is 154, and we know our distance. Distance is 705 again. So our 154 passengers times kilometres gives you 108,570. So the answer is C for question 2. Question 3, the airline plans to replace its A320s with 737-800s, and these now have 186 seats. With the same load, the seat factor will be okay, so basically we've got 186 seats and we've got 154 passengers. So our seat factor is just passengers divided by seats. So we get 83%, which gives us, answer is B for that one. Now, if you wanted to calculate load factor, you'd look at RPKs divided by ASKs. In this case, because it's only one flight we're talking about, then your load factor will be the same as your seat factor. So, if you multiply both by the distance, then you're going to get the same answer. Okay, so question 4 says, airline revenue management aims to do what? And we know that revenue management is about maximising our revenue. So the answer to that one is is D for question 4. And then our last question, which of the 2 flights generates more revenue? Okay, so we know that revenue equals RPKs times yield. Okay, so we're given the yield. We've got 15 cents per RPK and 10 cents for those 2 examples. Yield. So we're given the yield, yes. To get RPKs, we need to know passengers times the distance. We're given the distance for both of these. And we're given seats, but we don't know the load factors, so we can't work out passengers. So therefore, D is the correct answer for that one. because we don't have load factor. We wouldn't be able to work that answer out without the load factor. So that's the first quiz, and I'll now go on and do the